55 after the hour with the Israel-Hamas war in its second week, and amid all the carnage and all of the destruction, there are efforts to find hope. Last night here in the Miami area, a service was held in solidarity with Israel. Joining us now is Rabbi Yossi Harlig, who led that service. Rabbi, thank you for being with us this morning. What was that service last night like, and what was it for?
Last night was a very, very moving service. This has been one of the most difficult weeks, most probably the most difficult week for the Jewish world since the Holocaust, where a week ago over 1,400 men, women, children, babies, Holocaust survivors were killed. Over close to 200 people are held captive now in the Gaza. The way they were butchered by the Hamas terrorists was a shock to the whole world. No one believed a Holocaust moment would happen again in our lifetime. I have people in my synagogue who have relatives that are held captive in Gaza now. So the community is distraught. So the community wanted to get together to give strength to each other, to tell Israel that we're going to pray for you and stand with Israel to start and finish the job of eradicating the Hamas and the terrorism that's in that part of the world. Because you stop Hamas there, we can stop terrorism also in our country. And we're there also to pray and give support to the families that are right now struggling. And the message really is to them is, don't go into the world now like they did with hate and murder, but we in America could bring light and goodness and kindness to the world.
How do you, Rabbi, find hope? How do you find light in so much darkness? These are such dark days, and I think you really defined it so well. But we've just had the granddaughter of an extraordinary lady, 85 years old, who was taken from her home. She's 83 years old, has health problems, and there she was in that golf cart with such dignity and saying, "You will not humiliate me." How do we, as a people, general, how do we find hope and light in dark days?
The key is we know that people in the world, their focus is evil and destruction. So we have to have a segment of our community, our world, that deals with them, to wipe them out, to get rid of them completely. And then all of us who are not on the front line, our job is they're so bent out of shape, causing destruction and death. We have to be even more focused and bringing light and goodness and kindness and work even harder to bring love and unity to the world. We have to stand united. I can tell you the Jewish world, in spite of, say 2 Jews, 3 different opinions, in spite of different opinions, the unity that's now all over the world, and many countries all over the world came out. So that's our focus. We can't allow this evil and this carnage that happened to cause us to want to do the same things. It has to allow us to make work even harder to bring light of goodness and kindness to the world.
And Rabbi, I was just seeing this little boy who was killed here in Illinois because he's a Muslim, and this person, stabbed him to death. His mother is in critical. How do you explain so much hate?
Unfortunately, there are people in the world that feed and want that hate to go to cause a lot of suffering and have anti-Semitism or anti-any religion, anti-Muslim, anti-any religion that they may have. And they need people to cause pain and suffering in the world. We have to work even harder because, most of the world are good people, to make sure that the world knows.
Do you think most of the world is good people?
I think most of the world is good people, yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people are being indoctrinated by people that want negativity and death and destruction. And Israel, we need to stand with Israel to make sure to get rid of that.
Rabbi Harlig, thank you. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for sharing that. Really appreciate it.